playoff action from Radnor Road as the Eastern Eagles are getting ready to host the Susquehanna Riverhawks, along with my partner Warren Schmidt and, of course, the coach Bernie Nowatarsky. I'm Joe Kraus. We'll bring you all of the action today across the Jacob Sports Network. Round 3, year 3 for this football program. Good game on tap today.
A great game. We have Susquehanna coming in here, and wow, do they travel well. Look at their fans, all on the opposed. Great to see them come in Eastern. They had a big win down at Newport News, Virginia. Obviously, the Eastern Eagles had a huge win at Franklin and Marshall, where the offense really played well. Brett Downs, the defense played lights out with a lot of pressure on their quarterback. And then obviously the Gashawn Moody interception at the end to seal that victory. And now we're in round 3 of the NCAA playoffs at Eastern.
Let's bring in the coach, Coach Bernie Nowatarsky. We've made it, or the team has made it into round 3. This is a tough Susquehanna program that they're going to play today.
Yeah, I was looking at the stats. I mean, they've played in their career like almost 1,100 games. We've played 31. So it's certainly one of those David and Goliath situations as far as the amount of time that these teams have had playing on the field. The two words that enter in my thoughts today are pressure and I don't think Eastern has to feel like they're under any pressure at all, because who thought in year 3 they would be here? Is it normal to have nerves for this game? Absolutely. But to play under pressure, no one thought we were going to be here. So go out and play, do your game, have fun.
Eastern's actually playing on house money. You're actually right, Coach. I'll tell you, Susquehanna last year, Final Four team. They make the NCAA tournament almost every, so they're used to being in the situation. They're going against a dangerous Eastern football team today.
Number 92 for the Riverhawks of Susquehanna, Dominic Bougeot, will kick off as Eastern will receive to begin this football game. Back deep, of course, number 15, Chris Rivera. He's joined back there by Curtis Johnson, and he's also joined back there by Eric Smith. They're all set to receive. It's NCAA Division 3, Round 3 football from Radnor, St. David's, Pennsylvania, and the Eastern Eagles and the Riverhawks from Susquehanna to begin. Welcome in, everyone. Sports Network, round 3, getting set and getting ready to go.
And just like last week, Eastern's going to get the ball on offense first. And last week, the offense went down and scored immediately, which I thought was huge for the confidence of this team.
Bougeot will kick off from the 35-yard line. Kick goes deep, and Rivera watches it sail over his head and goes out of bounds. It'll be a touchback for the offense, and Eastern will come out. They'll start a first down and 10.
I don't know if they deferred and we got the ball, or if we won the toss and took it. I didn't see what happened there, but let them come out and move right down the field.
Talking to Coach Crocker during the coach's show, he's a deferred guy. We kind of know that. He likes the defense to come at. Susquehanna must have won that toss and decided to defer. They're going to start on defense.
All right, first down and 10 for Brett Knapp on the offense. They're moving right to left. They'll snap from their own 25. Knapp standing on a 20. Avrilian in motion. Knapp tries to keep the football, but he's bottled up right back at the original line of scrimmage. First carry for Knapp, nothing there.
And, we got to get Brett Knapp involved in the offense, obviously. He is the offense. Last week he had 200 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. Just had the Superman cape on all day. The offense looked really good last week. They need to do the same, obviously, against Susquehanna.
So Knapp gets a yard. Call it second down and 9 for the offense. Avrilian now back up and roll snap. Give Jeremiah Avrilian straight ahead. Not much there from Jeremiah as he gets out close to the 29-yard line. So a gain of 3. It's a manageable third down, but it'll bring up third down and 6.
And Jeremiah really last week had over 100 yards too, so they need to get him involved. He is such a difference maker, don't you think, Coach, in that backfield?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he is always falling forward. He's always finding holes. Skip jumps. He's got everything you need in a running back.
So third and 6 from the Eastern 29. 13:51 remaining opening quarter. Knapp out of the gun. He's under pressure. He rolls to the short side of the field. He tries to get it to Jeremiah Villian, but he's short, and he was throwing off the wrong foot. He was kind of all discombobulated. So a quick 3 and out for this Eastern offense, something we don't see very often, but the Susquehanna defense comes up big.
And that's exactly what Coach Tom Perkovich wanted to do out of his defense. Hey, kick off, get a 3 and out, get our offense in good field position. Obviously, John Westfield needs to come up with a big punt here.
So Westfield will come in. He'll stand at his own 15-yard line and punt the football. And the kick will bounce at the 42. It comes down to number 20 for Susquehanna. And pretty good coverage right away as number 20 on the return. That's Connor Daly. And he's hit immediately after taking that punt off the bounce.
Good play there. Curtis Johnson on special teams, a running back getting down there.
So first down and 10 for Susquehanna, the Riverhawks, and their first possession are led by their star quarterback, Josh Ehrlich. He's wearing number 14. He's going left to right with his offense. They'll start on a first and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Ehrlich in the gun. He'll stand at the 31-yard line. He's going to throw right away. He rolls over to his right. Now he's going to tuck the football away. He keeps it, and he's knocked out of bounds after crossing the 45-yard line down to the 46-yard line, and you'll see that a lot from the redshirt junior, Josh Ehrlich.
Yeah, he might be the best quarterback that Eastern's gone against this year, and obviously they've gone against some really good quarterbacks, and to a man, you need to have a good quarterback to get this far in the play, but he's a real good one, and that was a good decision by him to tuck it and get a 9-yard run there.
Yeah, I like how he had everyone covered, but he made a nice run on it.
38 now, he's in the backfield. He'll line up right to the right of Ehrlich. Ehrlich out of the gun at the 40. Fakes the Sturge. He's going to take a shot down the field. He's got an open receiver intended for Daniel Growney, but that play is broken up nicely, and that's one of the battles you're going to see today. The Eastern secondary, they have been strong all season long. Get him in a big play there.
That was Jaden Todd there. I'll tell you, he's playing really well. Had a big pick last week. Also had some pressure in the quarterback's face. Coach and I talk about it all the time. Get pressure at his feet, get pressure in his face, make him throw an error throw. But that was actually a pretty good ball. Great play, Jaden Todd.
Big third down and 1. 3rd and 1 from the 46-yard line. Ehrlich out of the gun, standing on his own 40. He's going to hand off the football. They're going to get the first down. That's number 38 on the carry. And Sturts runs forward, runs into Eastern territory, moves the sticks, and he picks up the first down.
He ran a little inside trap there and found the hole and worked his way down the field. You regroup here, get 3 stops, and get the ball back.
Picks up 15 and moves the football down to the Eastern 43. Motion is the tight end, Robbins. Here comes Surts again, left side, and Surts bangs forward. Hard running from Matt Surts down to the Eastern 35-yard line, and the Riverhawks on the move.
I will say so far, just watching, they have a very big defensive line and a very big offensive line.
So a gain of 6 for Surts. It's 2nd down and 4. 11:36 remaining. Eastern taking the first big punch from the heavyweight. The Riverhawks on the move. 11:25 remaining opening quarter. Now Ehrlich out of the gun. Robbins in motion. Ehrlich, he's going to flare it out. Drops the football off. Number 28 has it, and down the sideline, that's Aaron Angelo. And Angelo picks up the first down before he runs up out of bounds on the Eastern sideline. But this offense is on the move.
Yeah, good pitch and catch there. Quarterback made a good read.
So first 11:01 remaining. Opening quarter. The Riverhawks all in white today. Search on the 33. Here comes Surts again, and this time Surts is hit falls forward. He'll get a couple of yards. Max Zert so far getting the workload on this drive. It'll be second down as he gets down to the yard line. Gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7.
Good play there by defensive lineman Shamad Clack. That's how you want your running back to hit the hole, that's for sure.
Now Ehrlich on a second down and 7. 10-15 remaining opening quarter. Snap. Ehrlich not ready for the football, and then the whistle blows.
It should be on them. I will say one thing, this place is filled.
5-yard penalty against the Riverhawks. So instead of 2nd and 7, it'll be 2nd and 12.
DB's got to keep their eyes out of the backfield on this.
9:52 remaining. Opening drive for the Riverhawks after the Eagles went 3 and out. Starts now. Goes from the left side to the right side. Ehrlich. He's under pressure. He steps up. Now he rolls to the right. Rolling, and then he's going to run out of bounds, and they bottle him up there. They prevented Ehrlich from stepping up off the pressure from the edge. Not much, but it'll bring up third down as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Good play by the defense.
Yeah, good coverage, as Bernie was saying, on the back end with the defensive backs, who's one of those defense, but defensive line provided some pressure. This is a big play in this game.
All right, 3rd and 10, 9:13 remaining. Eastern needs a stop. Football on the 28. Ehrlich standing in the gun on the Eastern 34. He's going to flare that football out, and it is incomplete, intended for Aaron Angelo. Up a 4th down, and the Riverhawks are going to go for a field goal.
Good job by Corey David, the defensive coordinator, getting some pressure on this quarterback, forcing an error and throw. Good job by the defense. I'll tell you how this kid kicked off. I think he can make this field goal.
Well, he's 17 for 17 in field goal attempts this year.
That's a huge weapon for Susquehanna.
Dominic Bourgeois is in for the field goal from the 28. Let's see if Bourgeois can get it through. The snap is up. The kick has the distance, and the kick is good. And Bourgeois, who's a good kicker, hasn't missed on an extra point all season, drills that field goal. And the Riverhawks strike first, and they take a 3-0 lead. And if I'm Eastern, I'm happy about it.
Absolutely, but he is a weapon. Wow, that ball was he crushed that ball. Good job with, obviously every kick in the playoffs is a pressure kick, but that's what you want to see your specialists do, and especially your kicker to come in and nail that field goal and get 3 points. But again, good stop there for Eastern. They've been doing it all year, bending but not breaking. They did it last week as well, forced a field goal instead of a touchdown. But that's huge for the defense. Offense needs to come out, instill their will, get the running game going, get some passes, get some first downs. That's going to be key for hopefully a field flip, at least for the offense.
If you had nerves, they should be gone now. But you've been you've got an offensive, you've got a defensive series where you didn't give up a TD. The nerves should be gone, and now you should get into your game plan and play football.
So Bourgeois will tee it up at the 35-yard line. His second kick here today in the first quarter. 52 seconds remaining. It's 3-0 Riverhawks. Eastern will return. Rivera is going to field this football at the 2-yard line. He's coming out. He's running straight up north to south, and Rivera gets out over the 25-yard line, and that's where the Eastern offense will start. They'll start on a 1st and 10 with their second possession of the day.
Yeah, good return there always by Chris Rivera. He hits a home. Pop one of these.
He goes to full speed as soon as he gets the ball. He goes north-south. He doesn't play around.
That's what you want in your kick returner.
25 or 26-yard line, that's fine.
So 1st down and 10 for the Eastern offense. Nab, he'll be in the gun. They're going right to left. A brilliant in the backfield. Nab rolling now. He's under under pressure, hoping for somebody to get free. They do not get free, and then they chase Nab up out of bounds on his own sideline, and that'll bring up a second down. Nothing looking. He tried to buy as much time as he could, but nobody broke free, and it'll be a second down, no gain for Nab.
Yeah, good pursuit there by Brian Layton. The defensive, it looks like he's playing defensive end. They have a defensive tackle, but that's what you want in your defensive end, to hold and contain there.
Now second down and 11 as Nab actually loses a yard. 8:08 remaining. Eastern in possession of the football. Nab standing. Now he rolls to his right. Now he's got room. And now Nab breaks free. And he crosses over the 35-yard line and gets down to the 37, short of the line to gain. But Nab saw it feet wide open. He did get the first down. So the spot is good, and Eastern picks up the first down. That's big for Eastern.
They're not blitzing anyone at this point. They're only coming with 4, and they are getting pressure on Brett pretty quick. So he did make a good decision in the run versus throwing that.
So first, they mark Nab down at the 37-yard line. 7 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. Elliott to the left of Nab. Here comes the Zeke Smith. Trying to get to the outside of the jet sweep. Here goes the Zeke Smith. And down the sideline before the bounds as he crosses midfield. And he gets down to the 47-yard line of the Riverhawks. The Zeke Smith with a big gain.
Love that play call by Nate Henko, Colin Scott, one of the Eastern's offense. Really good plays of attacking that perimeter. The Steve Smith, get him out in space. Good things happen. That's a big play there from Eastern.
You know what he does well is when he gets to the outside, he plants the sideline foot and then gets up the field.
So first and Tab in the offense. Second first down on the drive from the 49 of the Riverhawks. Smith in motion. Nab, he's under pressure, and they're going to sack Nab behind the line, back at the 39-yard line, and that is led in there by their defensive star, Limmentown, Galen Limmentown. Boy, he's a beast.
Yeah, no, he's good. And I tell you, he's just a really big kid, big defensive end, big motor, definitely providing a lot of angst and pressure for those Eastern offensive tackles.
Limmentor, excuse me there. Watch him. He's wearing 0. Comes off the edge. Now will run the sack. So second down and 20 now out of the gun on his own 35-yard line. Blitz, they set up the screen. They hit it to Jeremiah Avrillian, but Avrillian blowing up at the 4 line. 26 for the Riverhawk defense was there. Joe Formasano made a big play, and that'll bring up third down.
That tells me they were in man-to-man, that he stayed there watching the back and waited for the screen.
Yeah, because they had a lot of blockers out there. That's just a really good play by the linebacker, Joey. That's exactly, he goes through the Eastern offense and makes a big tackle there on Jeremiah Brilliant.
You get 1 yard on a screenplay, you know it's a big play. Third and 20. Eastern back on their own 41. Let's see if Nab can convert. Standing in the pocket. Fires a pass, and it's picked off, and it's intercepted by number 3, Romero Lavales. And he's got it, and the Riverhawks come up with the pick, and that's what they do. They live on turnovers, and they force turnovers, and they got one there on Nab.
And the offensive line had great protection there for Brett. He got to go through all his progressions, tried to force it in there a little bit. Brett's always going to try to make the play. Sometimes the other guys make the play on you. But again, you don't, especially in this game, especially with this potent offense of Susquehanna.
Don't be surprised if this goes long.
So Ehrlich now will start at the Eastern 43. There's 5:02 remaining opening quarter. You're listening to Eastern University football across the Jacob Sports Network. Ehrlich standing in the gun on the 49-yard line. Here comes number 38, starts again, and there he goes, and he breaks into the secondary, and he rumbles down and gets to the yard line of Eastern. But Matt Search, big run again on this possession to start.
Yeah, that's what you want on first down. And I'll tell you, he hit a different gear, too. I mean, their running backs really hit the hole.
So first and 10, down to the Eastern 20. 4 minutes, 36 seconds remaining. Ehrlich. And now a flag comes in against the Riverhawks. Well, he should be hearing us on our link. First and 15, 5-yard penalty against the Riverhawks. 14 seconds remaining. Ehrlich on the 30. Here comes Surts again, trying to get to the far side of the field, and he's run out of bounds. It'll bring up second down. .354 remaining. We're glad you're with us here on the Jacob Sports Network.
It's a big defensive series here.
Second and 11. Now Rashawn Lamont is in. He joins Matt Surts. Here comes Lamont. And Lamont is hit. And he's stuck behind the line. And he doesn't get there back to the line. It'll bring up third down. The sophomore Rashawn Lamont stuck in the backfield.
Great play there by Jason Bateman. And then obviously number 7, Keshawn Moody. Jason Bateman, MAC Defensive Player of the Year. Actually, both these teams have the offense and defensive players here, Susquehanna and Eastern. Why they're in the third round of the playoffs.
It's 3rd and 12. Another big third down. Can Eastern come up with a stop? Can Ehrlich and the offense convert? 2:56 remaining. Ehrlich. Let's see what he dials up. He's in the gun on the Eastern 28. The tight end is in motion. Ehrlich taking a shot down into the corner, and his pass is overthrown and incomplete. And that'll bring up a fourth down. And the Riverhawks are going to run out the punting team again, or run out the field goal team again.
Good coverage there. That was TJ Austin on the coverage. Really good coverage.
Now, Bourgeois will be in for the field goal.
Maybe time for him to miss one.
Bourgeois trying to make it 6-0. Kick is up, and the kick has the distance, and it is good. So with 2:38 remaining, a 39-yard field goal, and now the River phones blowing up right now, the walkie-talkies going off. Can you visualize, Brian, and I don't want to put you on the spot, so you can defer the answer if you'd like. Can you visualize, because Eastern's a second-half team, coming back and winning this football game?
Yeah, that's why you play the game. There's that, again, it's like, Sharif said, everybody at this level is good.
Yes.
But I do know that we are a second-half team, but they're gonna come out. It's gonna be a battle. 8-0 right now. It's a great football game, period. So no matter how this thing ends up, but you know where I'm betting.
Well said. Brian Bingaman, the athletic director, will let you get back downstairs. Bernie Nowatarski will get to coach you in here as we come to you at halftime. I'm going to turn it over to the coach and Warren. Hang on a minute here. Warren, you stand over here. Bernie, slide in there. I'll turn this thing over. We'll get some first half stats here, and just get some thoughts from you guys in terms of how you evaluate that first half as the Eastern Eagles come back out onto the field, and so do the Riverhawks.
I'll give the defense an A for the first half. I'll give the offense a C+, B-. And again, it's not that they're playing poorly. We have some things that are moving the ball, but I definitely think, all right, with 30 minutes left, you're in round 3. You don't play next week unless you win. Whatever you got in your bag, you stick to your basics. But if you've got other stuff out there, it's time to throw it out.
Yeah, defense has been playing lights out. Obviously, playing really well. Only giving up 2 field goals, and then the safety was on the punt team. Drives. They need to, do what they did last week and have a long drive and punch it in and show this defense, hey, we can run on you guys, because right now the Susquehanna defense is playing really physical, like Bing was saying. They're matching the physicality with Eastern, and that's always, going to be that's what makes it a great football game for the second half.
I know Brett only went deep one time, and the route got cut short. And maybe, you need a big play. You come out and, go vertical. You don't know what's going to happen.
Right, and then look at some of the stats here. Susquehanna, the running back, Sertz.
Susquehanna University, we are invested. Invested in preparing for a lifetime of success. Susquehanna student-athletes excel both on the field and in the classroom. You'll finish strong with supportive coaches and professors. Susquehanna University. Elevate your game and your future.
Marshall's a really good throwing team. They stopped throwing and tried to run the ball. Susquehanna is doing a little differently because Sertz is definitely a really tough runner and getting some positive yards for them.
See, I thought the time of possession would be much greater, and it's not. And again, it turns out that's why it's only 8-0. So it's time. Defense come out and get a stop here. Offense, let loose. Go do what you got to do. Enjoy the moment.
Well, the second half is getting ready to begin as John Nolik will tee it up from the 35-yard line. Susquehanna will start the second half with possession of the football. They lead 8-0. We're glad you're listening with us on the Jacob Sports Network. Daniel Growney, number 24, is back there. 28 is Aaron Angelo. He's back there as well. And the third quarter of this NCAA Division III Round 3 matchup is underway as Nolik's kick is high but short. It's taken at the 18-yard line, and it's run to the outside. That's number 28 on the return. Aaron Angelo, and he's pulled down from behind. He was looking end zone in front of him, and a saving tackle for the Eastern special teams to stop him. And the Riverhawks will come out. They'll have a 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line.
Yes, Daquan Woodle there on the special teams tackle. That was. Well, he might have been still running if he didn't make that tackle.
All right, now Josh Ehrlich is your quarterback. He's out of the gun. Left to right for the Riverhawks. Standing at his own 37-yard line. First possession of the second half. Here comes Search on the carry. Tries to get to the outside. Cuts up in between the guard and the tackle. Does get good positive yardage. Big, hard run for Matt Search as he continues with that here in the second half. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's an Averlian type of run. He was stopped in the backfield.
I was looking at the same way.
And turned it into 5.
Yep.
Down to the 48-yard line now, their own 48. Ehrlich, now, he's got a 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun. Here comes pressure. Ehrlich now, forced to his right. Rolling, and then he's just going to throw it away. Good pressure that time by the Eastern defense, and that'll bring up now 3rd down as Eastern was in pursuit. Denzel Dunbar chasing Ehrlich out of bounds. It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Good play there by Denzel Dunbar.
14-15 remaining, 3rd quarter. Ehrlich in the gun. He's got a 3rd and 5. Standing on his own 42-yard line, moving left to right. Search will be to his left. Snap low. Ehrlich handles it. Here comes pressure. They force him up. They get him, and Ehrlich's got the first down as he crosses over midfield, and he gets down to the Eastern 45-yard line. But Josh Ehrlich can feel the pressure when it's coming off the edge. He steps up, and he picks up the first down.
He has a really good run by Ehrlich there.
Yeah, and our D-line has figured out that they can outmuscle them.
Now 1st down and 10 from the Eastern 45-yard line. 13:42 remaining. Ehrlich in, out of the gun. He'll be there all day. Standing on his own 49-yard line. Now to give to Search. There goes Search off the left side, crosses the Eastern 40-yard line. There's room there, Coach, and he's finding it, and he picks up a good 1st down carry.
It's a little cross counter, and he's finding the hole in between the tackle slot.
And Susquehanna is doing everything that they wanted to do when they talked at halftime. It's, hey, let's receive the ball. Let's get some 1st downs, try to get some points, but at a minimum flip the field, and they've already flipped the field.
Now number 2, Rashawn Lamons is in. The sophomore running back to the left side of Ehrlich. Here comes Lamons, and Lamons is bottled up again as the Eastern defense has been able to shut down Lamons. Drew Beckford there on the stop for Eastern. That'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and 3, 12:44 remaining. 3rd quarter, opening drive for Susquehanna.
It's a big 3rd down here. I think this starts to get out of field goal range if you stop this.
Here we go. Ehrlich in the gun. Lamons to his right. Let's see if Eastern can get any pressure on the star quarterback, the junior, standing at his 44-yard, or the Eastern 44. Now, snap to Ehrlich. He fires over the middle. He's got his man. That's Morgenroth. And that's good for the 1st down, and they convert on the 3rd and 3 with a short pitch and catch. Hunter Morgenroth's got the 1st down.
Yeah, it was a good pitch and catch. Found the void of the defense right there. That was a big 1st down there for Susquehanna.
So it'll be down to the Eastern 34-yard line. 11 minutes, 51 seconds remaining. From River Road in St. David's, Susquehanna has an 8-0 lead. 1st and 10 for Ehrlich. Here comes Lamons. Lamons trying to get good positive yardage. Cracks over the 30-yard line. Gets down to the 29-yard line. Good carry for the sophomore. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, and on 1st down, that's a good chunk yardage play there by Susquehanna. Their running game is definitely getting into gear right here to start this second half.
Lamons gets 5. Call it 2nd down and 5. 11 minutes, 11 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter. Opening drive for the Riverhawks. Ehrlich, standing on the Eastern 35-yard line out of the gun, gives the football to Lamons. Lamons breaks a tackle, then stays on his feet, cuts back up, and picks up the other 5 yards needed and picks up the first down. Eastern had him, and then Lamons was able to get away.
You don't see that too often from our defense when they miss tackles when their arms are already around them.
So a first down for the Riverhawks. They convert and keep the drive going down to the 23-yard line of Eastern. First and 10, 10:28 remaining.
Be nice to create a turnover down here.
Ehrlich on the 29. Fakes to Lamons. Now Ehrlich's going to run to the outside. Cuts back up. And then Eastern gets him. He's short of the line to gain. But Josh Ehrlich, when he gets out in open space, tough to contain. And he gets a good first down carry. It'll bring up a second down.
Yeah, I mean, he creates those chunk yards plays. I mean, instead of the sack, which would be second and behind the sticks, now it's 2nd and 4 using his legs.
So 2nd and 4 from the 17. Ehrlich got 6 on that carry. Lamont still in there. Search taking a break. Here comes Lamont. And Lamont, they got him again as he runs straight forward, but not much that time for the sophomore running back. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Sean Moody in there on the tackle. Good job by the defense there, forcing a no yardage play. I would think Susquehanna's in 4-down territory here.
I don't know with that kicker. I mean, he's 18 for 18.
Now 3rd and 4. Under 9 to play, 3rd quarter. Football on the 17. Let's see if the defense can come up with a stop. Snap. Ehrlich, he's under pressure. Now he scrambles and he rolls away. He's rolling to his right. He's under pressure, gets up the edge, and picks up enough for the first down. So they were in pursuit, but he's quick and he's hard to contain, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, it's a backbreaker. You know, we're used to seeing Brett Knapp do that for Eastern. Again, this quarterback is a special kid. He's a really good player, one of the best quarterbacks in Division III. He's using his legs.
Yeah, had him stopped in the backfield.
So first down now following the Ehrlich conversion. Football on the 11-yard line. Search back in, Lamons out. 8:15 remaining. Motion is Growney. Here comes Search. And this time they get the big guy, Matt Sturts, and they get him and hit him immediately as soon as he takes possession or takes the handoff. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. Evan Harris in there.
Sean Moody again in there.
Sean Moody, yep. They're rotating a lot of guys through there, which is try to keep guys fresh.
Search loses a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. 7:42 remaining. Still opening possession of the second half. Long drive with good 3rd down conversions for Josh Ehrlich. 2nd and 11. Snap from the 13. Growley in motion. Fires over the end zone, and he's got his man in the end zone, and it is a touchdown. Hunter Morgan Ruff's got it. Touchdown, Susquehanna.
Yeah, sometimes you tip your hat, right, Coach? I mean, that was just a post route, really good recognition by the QB to get him the ball there. Really delivered it right on a dime.
The only thing you can tell your DB is you can't let a receiver cross your face down in that area of the field. You can't let him cross your face anytime, but especially down in the red zone.
Now number 92, Dominic Bourgeois, in for the extra point. Hasn't missed one yet all year. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 7:17 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, Susquehanna now up by 15. The Riverhawks 15, and Eastern getting their first possession of the second half. So a long, sustaining, clock-eating drive with big 3rd down conversions, and that's why the net result of all of that is a touchdown for Susquehanna.
Well, that's exactly what Coach Perkovich, we're talking about in the locker room with Susquehanna. That's exactly what they want to do. Hey, let's get the ball, get a good kickoff return, which they did, and let's matriculate down the field and get 7, not 3. So good job there by Susquehanna getting a big 7 points to make this 15-0. This is going to be Eastern's biggest offensive drive of the season. They need to get some points out of this drive.
And they ate half the quarter away with time.
Yeah, 7:17 left up on the game clock here in the third quarter. Number 15, Chris Rivera will go back. Curtis Johnson will go back. Eric Wilson will be back there. And Dominic Bourgeois will handle the kickoff duties. Automatic on extra points, and he's got a big leg on kickoffs. Teeing it up on his own 35. And Bourgeois will give it to Rivera, and Rivera's going to come out, and then he fakes, and there goes Chris Rivera, and down the sideline he goes, and Chris Rivera at the 40-yard line cuts back up, and he's down the midfield, and Chris Rivera gives the spark to Eastern to wake up this offense. Great return for the running back.
Well, I love they faked the reverse there, and then Chris Rivera, like he's done all year, that's why he's an all-MAC player for Eastern. Just went right to high gear, and that's exactly what Eastern needed. Special teams to come up with a big play. Good job, Chris Rivera. Almost broke that, but great play there.
Now you got a short field here. Now you got to make something happen with it.
So 1st down and 10 for Nab and the offense. Eastern moving right to left. They snap from the 48 of the Riverhawks. Now Dylan Weathers is in. Nab out of the gun. He's going to look to try and run the football, but it's just not there. Number 93 on the stop for the defense, and he's been around the football all day. Brian Layton with a big stop, and Nab loses yardage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, Susquehanna defense, they've just been playing really well. It's almost like they have 13 guys out there, not 11.
So 2nd down and 13. Nab will lose 3. Football now on the eastern side of midfield at the 49. Nab, empty backfield in the gun. Here comes Jeremiah Vervillian. Vervillian tries to get to the outside, and Jeremiah crosses over midfield, gets down to the 47-yard line of the Riverhawks, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Got all that field over on the other side, and they're running at us here on the short side.
Running to the boundary.
3rd and 9.
I will say, I hope he's okay because he's a heck of a player, but 0 is not on the field. He hasn't come out. I can't tell if he's on the sideline or not.
Galen Limentor, you're referring to, the big star defensive end, number 0 for the Riverhawks. Now Weathers, Dom Franks in there. Nab out of the gun, rolling to his right. They screen back to Avrilian. He's at midfield. He's at the 45. And Jeremiah running down the sideline, knocked up out of bounds at the 41-yard line, short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. What are you doing, Coach?
I think they're going for it.
You don't have a choice here.
And plus, you're not really gaining much field position.
If he kicks it in the end zone,
it's 20 yards.
Yeah, it's 20. So why not throw it for 20?
So
well, again, here all you need here is 3. So run a 5-yard out.
So it's 4th and 3. The football's on the Riverhawks 41. There's 5:04 remaining, third quarter. Susquehanna has a 15-point lead. It's 15-0. And now instead, Eastern will punt. Westfield will come out. Standing on his own 45, tries to pooch it down. Fair catch. Called down there by number 20, Connor Daly. Back inside the 10-yard line. And so the Riverhawks will come out with their second possession. Good job by Westfield to get it down there.
Really good punt by John. Getting it, again, punting it to the 10-yard line. Don't punt it over his head. Make him fair catch it. Good job there by John Westfield.
I don't like we didn't give our defense very much time to rest after a really long drive.
So 1st and 10, they'll start on their 8-yard line. Josh Ehrlich in the gun. Has a 15-0 lead. Sertz is in. Here comes Sertz. And nothing there for Matt Sertz as the defense collapses on him. Denzel Dunbar's got him. and it'll bring up second down.
Chris Forte as well from his linebacker position.
Loss of 2. Call it second down and 12. Football now back at the 6-yard line. How about a 3 and out for Easter? 4:19 remaining, third quarter. Ehrlich, let's see what he does. Standing on the goal line. Gives the football to Sertz again. Sertz running over people, and he gets out, crosses the 15-yard line, gets out to the 16-yard line, dropped the shoulder. He's banged up. He took a hard shot himself. He's going to go out. It'll bring up a third down, but a good second down carry by Matt Sertz. And now Lamons will come in, number 2, the sophomore running back. Here we go. 3rd and 2 from the 18. 3:39 remaining. Let's see what Ehrlich will call. Out of the gun, the redshirt junior. Snap. He's going to keep the football on the option. He gets to the outside, and football's out. Football's out. But it may have bounced out. And Eastern has the football is what they say. Hold on. Let's wait and see. And Eastern does recover the Ehrlich fumble.
I'm not sure who it was, but they flicked it back in on the sideline. It was going to go out of bounds, and I don't know who it was down here. We're obstructed by the players, but batted it back in bounds, and then an Eastern player jumped on it.
I was watching the referee. He was ready to call it out, and then it came back onto the field. He's going to challenge it.
And Gashawn Moody.
Timeout.
I'm sure he's challenging it.
So the ruling on the field is a fumble recovery for Eastern. If that holds, it'll be a 1st and 10 from the Riverhawks 32-yard line and a break for Eastern after falling short on their opening drive if this play stands and Eastern keeps the football.
Getting a turnover obviously is huge for the defense to get the offense good field position. Obviously, the offense needs to definitely get some points here if this call stands.
Did they go to the replay booth?
They can go to replay.
I didn't see the referees go down to the tent.
I don't think they called I didn't see the referees make their way down to a.
I thought he was challenging it.
I think he's probably having his coaches look at it again before they are going to challenge it.
Well, let me ask you this. How long does it take? Both teams were in front of their own benches. We're killing audio time here. We're 38 seconds before the official announcement comes on that they're challenging the play. Do they have to take a timeout to decide that? Or how do you get that much time before you can challenge? I'm asking the question.
I don't know, because I saw him walk right up to the referee with his hand going to his pocket. So I figured he was challenging right away.
I think he wanted the timeout so he could have an extra little bit of time to be able to challenge the call.
So they did take the timeout.
Okay. Susquehanna took a timeout.
Okay, so that explains it. I didn't see the timeout was called for Susquehanna. I thought they challenged immediately, so please excuse me, my bad on that. So the official will have a challenge that they will review. The challenge from the Riverhawks, again,
So the challenge is that it was out.
That it was out of bounds.
They're not going to be able to.
We have our SID, Dan Mao, next to us looking at it on the monitor, and he thinks that this call is going to stand for Eastern.
Because they can't change, they can't overrule it.
It's going to be tough to overrule, and obviously, with the camera angles and everything, with all the players there, it's going to be tough to see.
So I just had somebody walk batteries down for you.
They're taking their good old time watching it.
Well, while they watch it, we'll use this opportunity just to send out not only a big thanks to everybody tuning in across ESPN Plus, but apologize for some of the production delays or issues that we had with audio and video in that first half. Like all good tech teams, you get everything sorted out, and now we're streaming out to you live on ESPN Plus, and we're glad that you patiently waited and settle in. We got a good second half of football with 3:18 remaining. Susquehanna with a 15-0 lead, along with my partner Warren Schmidt and, of course, the coach Bernie Nowatarski. I'm Joe Kraus, bringing you all of the action this afternoon from River Road. 1,200 to 1,500 people from Susquehanna had their own tailgate lot down here on the campus of Eastern University. And Eastern, like they always do, have shown up in big numbers. I don't know what the attendance number is going to be. I'm going to say it's north of 3,000 when they ultimately put it out. The seating was set for 3,500, so we'll wait to see when that comes out. The officials now have come out of the replay tent.
Well, I'll tell you what, Crocker was yelling to get Bing. Bing just ran from the 10-yard line all the way over to where they are now. So he didn't like Coach Crocker didn't like something that was going on over there. So he sent
some technical issues with that.
And Bing, of course, is Dave Bingaman, Brian Bingaman, rather, the athletic director here at Eastern University. So we're still in a delay as they try and sort everything out. Take as long as you need. This is a big,
huge play.
This is a big, huge play for Eastern to recover that football. Again, Ehrlich kept the football, and then the football came out. It ultimately was recovered by Eastern, but let's hold on and wait and see what they come up with.
Yeah, and Krause, to your point about the crowd, I mean, this crowd is huge. Obviously, the whole Susquehanna side is all filled in, but along the fence, along the back bleachers, we were talking to Steve Briggs before the game, one of my former teammates at Springfield College who coached at Susquehanna for 28 years, was a head coach there for 25 years, and he was telling us just how Susquehanna travels, how they tailgate, how the parents and how the fans are. That's exactly what Eastern is becoming, but I'll tell you, hats off to Susquehanna of how they're traveling.
And the ruling on the field is upheld, so not enough there to overturn whatever the call, whatever they were complaining about. And I guess that was, Coach, whether or not the football stayed in bounds or whether the football went out of bounds.
Well, all I know is this play for me would be a shot in the end zone.
Yeah, and whoever batted that back in, just
incredible.
Such awareness for whoever did that was amazing.
All right, here we go. After the long delay, 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining, third quarter. Eastern now has the football on the 32-yard line of the Riverhawks. Nab is your quarterback. He's out of the gun. Jeremiah Avrilian will line up to his right. Snap on a 1st and 10. Avrilian staying in the help. Nab takes a shot down the field, and it's into the end zone, and it may have been picked off, and it was, what are they ruling? They're ruling a touchbacks in the end zone. Nab picked off in the end zone. There's your shot, Coach. Looked like it was intended for Isaiah Guy Bruton down there, or big play Eddie Swinton, rather, and it was picked off in the goal line.
Yeah, you know, I like him taking a shot. Eddie Swinton was pretty well covered there.
A little underthrown, but if you come back and get the PI, it's worth it.
Yeah, the defensive back also made a really good play on the ball. Can't discount that, but I like the play call there by Dean Hinkle and Colin Scott. That's what you want to do after a turnover.
Well, and you got to spark with the fumble recovery. I'm okay with it. It didn't work, but I still like the premise behind it.
All right, well, that play took 10 seconds. It's 3:07 now, left in the third quarter, 1st down and 10 for the Riverhawks. They're coming left or right. They got a 15-0 lead. They start on their own 20. Ehrlich. Sertz is back in. And there goes Matt Sertz running over to the outside. He's knocked out of bounds in front of his own bench. Gets positive yardage on the 1st down carry. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, good to see him back in. He's definitely a really tough running back. I think he's one of the toughest running backs, biggest running backs, and how he runs that we've seen all year.
So 4 for Search. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Search went out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Ehrlich standing on his own 18-yard line in the gun. Here we go. Ehrlich, short pitch and catch. That's Robbins, and Robbins got it. He cuts up and he crosses over the 30-yard line, and he picks up the first down. Second effort for Michael Robbins. Gets the Riverhawks the first down.
Yeah, really nice play design there by Susquehanna, rolling him out there, having a blocker out in front.
Down to the 33. Now Ehrlich quickly up to the line. 2:05 remaining. Third quarter. Ehrlich standing now on his 27-yard line. Snap. Low. Here comes pressure. Ehrlich feels it. Now he rolls. Now he's going to run. Now he's to the outside. And Josh Ehrlich runs past the sticks and picks up the first down.
I thought he was running out of bounds twice.
Yeah, nice.
Just does an amazing job at feeling that pressure and then getting out ahead of it. And he converts and gets a first down, and he runs out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
I did think they missed a hold on it, but
Freddie was getting held on that, but all in all, I think the officials have been doing a good job today.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line now. 1:22 remaining. It's the Susquehanna 44. Eastern defense needs to dig in. Snap. Ehrlich. Short pass. Search has it. Out in the flat. Hit. Knocked out of bounds. Gain of a couple. Stopped in there by Jamari James. Jamari James is tough as well, isn't he?
That's what you want. I mean, he's a team captain. That's how you want your defensive back coming up against a big running
and that
back.
Isn't what you want to see as a defensive back.
You do not want to see 38 with the ball with a head of steam. Good job there by Jamari James.
2nd down and 8. The Search gets 2. We're under a minute. 42 seconds remaining, third quarter. Football out to the 46. Left to right for Ehrlich on the offense. He's standing on his own 40. He's going to keep the football. He's going to run forward. He crosses midfield. He gets out close to the line to gain. He'll be short a yard. They mark him a yard short. And that'll make a 3rd down. 3rd and 1. Rashawn Lamons now comes in. Quickly up to the line. And the third quarter will wind itself down, and they will not snap, and they'll go to the sideline and reset. We'll keep everything here. We are through 45 minutes of football over here on Radnor Road, and the Susquehanna Riverhawks have a 15-0 lead, and they have possession of the football. Thoughts about the third quarter?
Well, Susquehanna went in and did everything that they wanted to do. Let's make some adjustments. Let's get the opening, this third quarter kickoff, get a good return, and then go down and get 7. And then they kick off, and Rivera has a great return, and Eastern's offense couldn't really do anything. Eastern gets a big turnover, couldn't do anything with that. So right now, everything's pointing towards Susquehanna.
Susquehanna University, we are invested. Invested in preparing for a lifetime of success. Susquehanna student-athletes excel both on the field and in the classroom. You'll finish strong with supportive coaches and professors. Susquehanna University. Elevate your game and your future.
Enough to move the sticks for the first down. Rashawn Lamons with a key 3rd down run picks up the first down.
They've turned it into a possession game now. We only got the ball there, a possession and a half before the interception. So, again, they're running the clock down, and they're turning this into lack of possessions for us.
So 1st and 10 from the Eastern 45-yard line. Fourth quarter just getting started. Ehrlich standing on his own 49-yard line. Here comes Growney in motion. Ehrlich's going to take a shot down the field. He's looking for his receiver, but it is incomplete and well covered down along the sideline. And Eastern, I tell you what, the Eastern backs are tough to beat. There's no doubt about that. Well covered down there. It'll be a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, T.J. Austin. He's one of the, T.J. Austin, Jamari James. I think 2 of the best cover corners in the MAC. Great coverage there.
He put him in the hip pocket and rode him to the sideline.
Carter McCauley was the intended receiver. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Eastern 45. Now Surts is in. Here comes Angelo. Aaron Angelo, rather. And Angelo cracks the short side of the field and gets to the 41-yard line of Eastern. It'll be 3rd down and 6. And this is a big 3rd down.
This is huge. Andrew Campbell in there on the tackle. Salif Nakimi in on tackle.
Yeah, it definitely, if they don't convert this, it takes them out of field goal range. And they can punt, thinking our offense hasn't moved the ball far enough.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 6. 13:35 remaining. It's in the 4th quarter. Ehrlich on the gun. Snap to Ehrlich. He's under pressure. He's rolling. He's rolling. Rolling to the far side of the field, and he's going to have to throw it away as Ehrlich is flushed out and was waiting. Wayne Clark on the pursuit. And that'll bring up 4th down. Good stop for the Eastern defense.
Good play by Wayne Clark, though, of keeping the angle on that quarterback because he did not let him get around the corner.
They didn't bring the punt team on yet.
4th and 6 from the 41-yard line. Surts is going to come in. Number 88, Robbins, the tight end, will come in. Ehrlich will stand on his own, or on the Eastern 48-yard line with 13:23. Now he shifts back. And then it's a pooch punt from Ehrlich, and it deadens down at the 15-yard line. And it was downed by Hunter Morganroth. And Eastern will get possession of the football. Okay, I'll take it, right? I'll take that.
Yeah, and good play there by Susquehanna. I mean, their punter has a really big leg, so why don't you just have your quarterback just pooch it down there, get it down to the 15-yard line. That's not a bad result there for Susquehanna.
Yeah, and as soon as he moved away from 7 yards back to 11 or 12, something was coming.
Good job by the center, though, because changing his snap angle was that was a good job.
All right, so 1st and 10 Eastern. They're going to go left to right. They're going to start from the 15. Smith in motion. Nab tries to run off the edge. Nothing there for Nab, and he just can't get going. Number 44 for Susquehanna there on the stop. Luke Hughes there makes the stop, and that'll bring up a 2nd down. Nab is hobbling a little bit on that leg. I don't know if it's the leg or the arm.
Mason Rotelli better get warmed up.
Yep,
it's
his
2nd
leg,
down and 9.
There's no way he's coming out, I'll tell you that.
Let this run down and take a timeout.
It's 12:44 remaining. The football's on the 16-yard line.
Brett looks okay now.
He'll stand in the gun, standing on his own 11. Here comes Jeremiah Vrillian, but there's nothing there for Jeremiah as he crosses out and gets down to the 17-yard line, and that'll make it 3rd and 9. There's just nothing there for the running backs, for Jeremiah to get going, and we're for Nab to get going.
They just can't get by the linebackers.
And that'll make it now 3rd and 8. Avrillian gets a hard 1 yard. 12:02 remaining. Still 15-0 Riverhawks. We're in the 4th quarter. Nab out of the gun. Snap to Nab. Pressure. He's going to look at the step up. Now he's rolling. He's hit from behind, and then a flag comes down.
That'll be holding on us. They'll decline it.
Nab didn't feel that pressure coming from the backside, but he was dodging bullets up front from the right and the left side.
Yeah, and, you know, Susquehanna defense has been doing exactly what they needed to do to stop this Eastern offense, and that's bottle up the run, and they've been doing a great job. And to Bernie's point, the linebackers are just really active, and I'll tell you, they lay a hit on you. They don't come in soft. They're providing some contact and some physicality that Eastern needs to try to match here in this last 11 minutes, 40 seconds of this game.
So John Westfield will stand in his end zone to punt it out with 11:30. Clean snap. Westfield kicks it up high, back around midfield. That's number 28 on the return. That's Aaron Angelo. And Angelo gets down to into Eastern territory, down to the 42-yard line, and that's where they'll take over. First down and 10. So the offense again, 3 and out, and now the Riverhawks will come out and they'll start on the eastern side of midfield. They'll have a first down and 10. They'll start from the 42. Now, Ehrlich out of the gun. He has a first and 10 from the eastern 42-yard line. Search, nothing for Search. He may lose a yard on that. Second down, Eastern defense still battling. Chris Forte on the stop. It'll bring up second down. Search gets back to the line of scrimmage. Call it second down and 10.
I'll say Susquehanna's offense is nice. It passes well, runs well. It's a nice offense. But their defense is something special.
Second down and 10. We're under 11 minutes to play. Robbins in motion. Erlin, he's taking a shot down the field. There's hand fighting going along the sideline, and a flag comes in. Carter McCauley is the intended receiver. What'd you see, Coach?
Well,
they were both pushing away.
It was early pushing on the offense, but then our grab was really kind of obvious.
And that penalty is going to go against Eastern.
Yeah. I don't think it was necessary to get that handsy with him, but
yeah, it's just two guys battling. But again, you're right. It was that last move. You can't pull a receiver down.
T.J. Alston flagged for the pass interference.
I mean, when they have tried to go vertical, that's where they've kept trying to go, and we've covered it well.
So down to the 27-yard line is where they'll spot the football. It'll be a first down and 10. 10 minutes, 36 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. We had a couple of scores coming in from around the playoff conference. Let me give you that if I can. Where is the John Hopkins score? John Hopkins is up 24-13. That game is in the third quarter. So Hopkins rolling along. They have an 11-point game, and then Mount Union caught up in a tie with John Carroll tied at 7. So on the first down carry, run up out of bounds is Daniel Growney after the short pitch and catch, and it'll be second down and 10.
I'm actually a little surprised they're throwing.
Yeah, good play there by Eric Wilson. Eric Wilson had one of the best plays last week against Franklin and Marshall.
So second down and 8, football on the eastern 25-yard line. 10:03 remaining. Ehrlich standing on the eastern 31-yard line. Robbins in motion. Give us the Search. Search up the left side. Bangs forward, gets over the 25-yard line before he's knocked down. But a good second down carry for Matt Search. Again, running hard. Jason Bateman again on the stop for Eastern. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. From the 19-yard line of Eastern. 15-0 Riverhawks. 9:22 remaining. Clock on the move. Ehrlich out of the gun. standing on the 26. He's going to take a shot. Drops it out into the flat. Pass is complete to Angelo. Angelo cuts back up, and Angelo stays on his feet. And Aaron Angelo is going to get into the end zone for a touchdown, Riverhawks.
Again, a rare missed tackle.
Back breaker for Eastern.
Great recognition there by Josh Ehrlich, finding his running back out of the flat.
And now Dominic Bourgeois in to remain perfect on extra points. Let's see if he converts. This will make it 22-0. Snap, hold, kick, up, and the kick is good. And number 92, Dominic Bourgeois, has the extra point good. And with 9:05 remaining in the football game, Susquehanna now 22, and Eastern still no score up on the board. The offense couldn't take advantage and get going following that Rivera return, which I thought would give them a spark, but the offense unable to get going.
Yeah, then, the Rivera return, they're on this side of the 50. They couldn't really do much, and then that big turnover when they're down on the 32 and they couldn't do anything. Definitely is, why the score is 22-0.
So 9:05 remaining. Dominic Bourgeois will tee it up. He'll kick off from the 35. Back deep for Eastern is Chris Rivera. Anytime the football lands in the hands of number 15, there's an opportunity for something special to happen. So Chris Rivera is back there. Curtis Johnson is back there. Eric Smith is back there. Bourgeois will get ready to kick.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to kick this 10 feet over Rivera's head.
Well, he must be thinking about it because he's taking a hell of a long time to get the football kicked off.
He's kicking into a little bit of a wind.
And there it is, big high kick. That's Eric Smith on the return. Smith stays on his feet, bangs forward, gets out to the 27-yard line.
Late flag.
Flag comes in.
That's Holder blocking the back.
So that flag does go against Eastern. They'll step off 10 yards, and the offense will come out for a 1st and 10 with 8:58 remaining. Here in the fourth quarter, it's 22 for the Riverhawks, no score for Eastern. And they put the football back at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, those are just things you can't do against a really good team, especially in the playoffs. When you're trying to get something going for your offense, to lose that yardage on special teams is always not a good start.
All right, Nab is back out there. Nab, he's going to roll to his right. He's under pressure. He fires. He was looking for Eddie Swinton, and it was incomplete. Big play, Eddie Swinton
Late hit
stretched out for it, but he wasn't able to get there.
Late hit on Brett. Now it'll be roughing the passer.
Yeah, we talk about Brett Knapp all the time being the leader of this team, especially the offense and the team. He's playing on one leg right now. He's still trying to. I think he tweaked his ankle.
Oh, that was with targeting.
It was with targeting. Well, that'll send you into a video review.
Right, and let's just say this ends the way it is. That kid's out. If it's held up, he's out the first half of next week's game, which I don't think they want to. They already have 0 on the sideline.
In this class, we began to discuss 2 important concepts to testing and measurement: reliability and validity. And these are 2 really important concepts you'll need to understand. What makes the test reliable?
classroom doesn't have to be in a building. With over 60 flexible and affordable online programs, at Eastern University you can earn your degree without missing the moments that matter.
On Jacob Sports, this one right now is 8:53 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's 22-0 Riverhawks. And at some point, Coach, you say, hey, they're not out of this game yet, but
Susquehanna University, we are invested. Invested in preparing for a lifetime of success. Susquehanna student-athletes excel both on the field and in the classroom. You'll finish strong with supportive coaches and professors. Susquehanna University. Elevate your game and your future.
Now, we could do that if Jeremiah Avrilian breaks one off or Brett Knapp breaks one off or Jess.
There's something special about the Philadelphia area. There's a grit, an authenticity, a camaraderie. There's a reason we're called the city of brotherly love. Philadelphians work, play, cheer, celebrate, and love with passion. There's something about our city's identity that is perfect for shaping men and women of courage and confidence. For 95 years, Eastern University has offered the collegiate dream in the Philadelphia suburbs while extending its reach into the heart of the city. With the charm of our suburban campus and the energy of the Philly experience at your fingertips, there's no better place to call home. If you're a Philly local, maybe everything you've been looking for is right outside your front door. A college where you can spread your wings while remaining connected to your roots. And if you're from out of town, the city of brotherly love welcomes you with open arms. This is Philly. This is Eastern University.
Well, that's good. You never want to see a kid miss a game on making an effort play.
so the targeting is overturned or overruled, however you want to describe it or define it. The roughing the passer stands, so Eastern will get a first down out of it, and they'll have a first down and 10. They'll move the football out to the 32-yard line with 8 minutes and 53 seconds remaining for Brett Knapp on the offense. Now Knapp out of the gun. Snap to Knapp. Here comes Curtis Johnson. Johnson cuts back up over the 35-yard line and gets down to the 37-yard line. It'll bring up second down.
Good run there by Curtis Johnson. That's what they need on first down. Getting that 5-6 yards on first down and not playing behind the sticks like they've been most of this game.
We haven't tried that intermediate middle zone at all on any passes.
So second down and 5. Football on the 37 now. Now in the offense going left to right. Standing at his 32. Here comes Jeremiah Avrilian. There goes Jeremiah Avrilian down the sideline. And he's knocked up out of bounds at the Riverhawks 42-yard line. Jeremiah Avrilian finally gets off the edge. And it's a big gain for Jeremiah.
And how about the block there by Curtis Johnson, number 25, to spring him. I'll tell you, that's something we've seen all the time from this offense. The receivers, the running backs, blocking for each other. It's just great to see. Great play there by Jeremiah Avrilian.
First down and 10. Football on the 42-yard line now of Susquehanna. 7 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Knapp still with the same setup. Johnson, Avrilian. Knapp snaps. Gives to Curtis Johnson. Now Johnson, left side, far side of the field. Crosses the 40, bangs forward, and he gets over the 35-yard line, and he runs a long, long way and then gets good positive yardage. Curtis Johnson picks up big gain. It'll bring up second down.
And guess who was blocking for Curtis Johnson on that? Jeremiah Brilliant, Eddie Swinton, Isaiah Guy Bruton, Dom Franks.
7 for Curtis Johnson. It's 2nd down and 3. Now on the 34-yard line of the Riverhawks. Nab might be done running for the day. 7:02. Snap to Nab. Now he's going to roll. Now he fires. And a pass is complete.
Enough for a first.
That's Johnson again, and he's got it. Good for the first down. And the offense again moves the sticks. So it'll be 1st down and 10. We're under 7 minutes to play. Eastern trying to get into the end zone.
Good decision there by Brett Knapp. Good route there by Curtis Johnson.
So 1st and 10. Down to the Riverhawks 29-yard line now. Snap to Knapp. Here comes Avrilian. Avrilian stretches forward, and he gets over the 25-yard line down to the 24-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5, 6 minutes, 15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the clock is not our friend right now.
Right. They need to quicken this up a little bit.
Now, Nab standing in the gun on the 30-yard line. Handoff. Johnson this time bottled up. Number 93, Layton there to make the stop. He's a force.
Brian Layton's been having a really good game.
He's a force for the Riverhawks.
He's shooting he's big and he's fast and he's shooting those gaps. Really good play there by Brian.
So they lose 4. It's now 3rd and 10. They go back to the 29-yard line. Clock shows 5 minutes, 31 seconds remaining. Nab standing on the 34-yard line in the gun. Avrilian stays in to help block. Pass fires. Pass was complete, and then it was fumbled, and then down the sideline the other way for the Riverhawks, all the way down into the end zone, and he's got a touchdown.
Took it out of his hands.
Yeah, he took it right out of Eddie Swinton's
Yeah,
hands.
it wasn't a fumble. He took it out of his hands.
And it's a Susquehanna fumble return for a touchdown.
Yeah, again, this defense has been, Coach has been talking about it all day. This defense is just different. They are really good.
And now Dominic Bourgeois in to make it 29. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 5:04 remaining, it's 29 for Susquehanna. And Eastern still no score. An 80-yard return, actually a fumble return for that touchdown. And it's now 29-0.
Yeah, it's really a shame because the Eastern offense was looking like the offense that we've been seeing these last couple weeks on getting downfield and making plays and then getting the ball ripped out of Eddie Swinton's hand. Sometimes you tip your hat. That's just a really good play by Susquehanna defense.
So technically, is that a fumble or is it an interception?
I thought it would be an INT, but the ball's already been completed, so he's ripping it out of his hands. So I think that's a
Because it never
fumble.
touched the ground. I don't know what the ruling is.
It was number 39, Xavier Maple, who made the play.
It was time. It was a good time to go to Swinton. I was hoping he'd get involved.
And this is something, when you're building a program, Jeremiah Avrilian and Brett Knapp were down at the 5-yard line trying to tackle that kid. And that, again, this is still a program builder, but that's exactly what you want to see your players, especially your quarterback and your running back, to try to stop a touchdown there down at the 5-yard line. Again, a lot of positives that you want to start taking out of this game of who's going to keep competing when you're down 29-0. Again, we keep talking about how young this program is.
Now Bourgeois kicks the football off. He squibs it along the ground.
No reason to kick it back to Rivera.
No, they don't want to kick back to him. Number 10 for Eastern on the return. Ajay Cologne on the return. And Eastern will get a start this possession with a 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. The clock is under 5. It's 29 now for the Riverhawks of Susquehanna. All right. Now they start 1st and 10. They start from their own 34. Here comes Smith, and Nasik Smith runs to the far side. Football's out. And it was recovered by, did we keep it?
Yes. Rivera recovered it.
All right, so Rivera recovers the football. That was Nasik Smith who fumbled it. Rivera recovers it, and we pick up the first down.
Great play, Chris Rivera. That's a great play. Obviously, a great play by Nasik Smith, but I'll tell you, these DBs are coming up and hitting. The physicality is definitely there with this Susquehanna defense.
So 1st down and 10 now from the 46-yard line. Approaching the 4-minute mark. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Nab gives the football off. 31 on the carry for Eastern. That's Eric Smith on the carry.
You know, at this point in the game, I'll say it. I mean, it is what it is. But how great a season is this and this game here today for your recruiting? And I mean, it should be outstanding
it's
for
a program builder.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had so many signature wins this year. Last, it seems like each week has gotten bigger and bigger. To knock off Susquehanna, who was in the Final Four last year, would have been a monumental task. They could have done it, but they needed to play a little better.
They were 22-point dogs last week.
2nd down and 5. Now, here comes Curtis Johnson, left side. Crosses midfield, cuts back up, spins his way, gets out close to the 45-yard line of the Riverhawks. Good hard run for Cujo. It'll bring up 3rd down. Clock continues to run. We're down to 3:15. Now Avrilian comes back in. It's 3rd and 5.
Another good run in there by Curtis Johnson.
It's 3rd down and 3.
Now, right at the 3-minute mark. 3rd down. Let's see what Nab will do. Standing in the gun at his own 49. Nab keeps the football. He's got the first down, and down the sideline he goes, and then he runs up out of bounds as he gets down to the 35-yard line, and Brett Nab converts on the 3rd down. They pick up the first down.
Between both teams, it's been a really clean game. I think there's a great deal of respect that Susquehanna
it was
given
playoff
us.
football, and even like again, we get on the officials. I think the officials will let these guys play. Obviously, they're going to call the automatic stuff in front of them. I thought they've done a really good job. How about Brett Nab though, running on one leg? I guess his ankles feel a little better. Just love to see him compete.
Well, he sprinted down to chase that interception.
All right, 1st down and 10.
The fumble.
He's taking a shot, trying to bust open the scoreboard, and his pass is incomplete.
Now, I didn't say anything all day about the referees.
Isaiah Guy Bruton was the intended receiver.
I said I didn't say anything all day about the referees yet. He could have dropped the flag on that.
And I thought last week they did a good job too.
2 minutes, 14 seconds remaining now. 2nd down and 10. Football on the 36-yard line.
I like the shot downfield, though.
I do too.
Now Nab, standing on his 41-yard line. Here comes Jeremiah Avrilian. Avrilian trying to get to the outside. Stays on his feet. He's still trying to battle forward before he's brought down. 43 on the defense first there to meet him. But Jeremiah stayed on his feet. But he got a tough, hard yard. It'll bring up 3rd down.
And that should have been a 5-yard loss. Jeremiah Avrilian keeps fighting. 2 minutes to go on the clock, and he's fighting for every yard, and he gets a positive yard. But that was really a 5-yard run after contact.
And we're down to the 2-minute timeout here in this 2025 NCAA Division III Round 3 championship game from River Road in St. David's. And the River Hawks are going to get out of here with a big win and continue dancing in the tournament. And for Eastern University, the magical year in year 3 is going to end here today on Radnor Road.
But as Coach said, what a building block this is for recruits. They weren't allowed to have recruits on the field for NCAA rules. They're allowed to invite recruits here. I think they're going to have a banner year recruiting. Why wouldn't you want to come here and play at Eastern under Coach Billy Crocker?
And you've got kids that are going to stay another year.
Everybody has another year eligibility except for Gashawn Moody. Everybody. Everybody's junior eligibility-wise on this team, which is amazing to even think.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 10. Nab. Everybody out. Here comes the brilliant in motion. They give us to Jeremiah. Jeremiah tries to get up the edge, and Jeremiah's not going to get there. And that'll bring up 4th down. He'll lose a yard. Long, long way to go from the hash to get all the way over there to get off the edge. And that'll bring up 4th down as Brilliant loses a yard. They go back to the 37-yard line.
Chris Rivera almost sprung him on a block. He had a really good block out there.
Next level was there waiting for him, though.
So 4th and 11, 1:25 remaining. 29 for Susquehanna. Eastern. On what might be their final possession of the year. Let's see if Nab can convert. 4th down, Nab under pressure. He's taking a shot down into the end zone, but it is incomplete. And the Riverhawks will get possession to bring this game to a close. Nab took a shot down into the end zone, and that'll convert over on downs. And Susquehanna will start 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line.
They brought their backup in.
But Bernie, to your point, and you're exactly right, the mutual respect that Susquehanna has, I think, for Eastern when they put on the tape, they didn't come in here. They came in here ready. They did not overlook Eastern at all. And hats off to Perkovich and his staff for coming in here for a big road win for them going on to the next round of the playoffs.
Number 11 is Tommy Wright. He's the backup quarterback. So it'll be 2nd down as Wright gets in to come in and do the victory format. Nice gesture to Tommy Wright.
Yeah, and Susquehanna's everything is advertised. Really good quarterback.
See Brett sitting on the bench. These Eastern guys have absolutely nothing to hang their heads
Absolutely
down on.
not.
And now,
yeah, let's not do something here.
Down, a little bit of a push off the line. May have been some frustration.
Not necessary.
Not necessary at all.
Yeah, but look, you know what?
He's hearing,
and Coach Crocker coaching.
He's hearing about it.
He never stops coaching.
That was Nardo Murphy.
And we were just talking about the respect.
Yeah, that's respect.
That's frustration.
Yeah, a little frustration, respect. But
and your final score, Susquehanna comes in to Eastern, and they shut them out 29-0. And the Riverhawks of Susquehanna, led today by their big quarterback, Josh Ehrlich, and also at running back, their big running back. I thought he had a big game today. Matt Sertz had a big day today as well, and they win it 29-0 this afternoon. And disappointing for the Eastern faithful, but an exclamation point on what was a great year for this football program.
Disappointing, but not like you just take your take a step back. What this program has done in year 3 is unparalleled. I mean, we talked to the Susquehanna guys. We had Steve Briggs on before, one of my former teammates who was a head coach at Susquehanna, saying, you know, what Eastern has done is just phenomenal in Division III. I do want to give a shout out to Galen Limator. Hopefully he's okay. We didn't see him in the second half, number 0, their defensive end. I'll tell you, he was a difference maker that first half. He was really tough matchup. That whole defense played really well. But getting back to Eastern, I'll tell you, just unbelievable how they were able to host a game. And they did a great job with all the fans, I think, having a great experience here. Just hats off to everybody at Eastern.
Hey, I will tell you this, because of all of the activity that was happening before we had a chance to come on the air, our pregame show actually went to the cutting floor while they were working through the ESPN broadcast to try and work through all of that. I'm going to post our pregame guest interview today your old colleague or your old friend and player from Springfield joined us, who had a great history at this university, Susquehanna.
Well, yeah, he coached there for head coach for 25 years. He was one of the youngest head coaches in Division III. Led them to the playoffs for multiple years. Passed the torch off to Coach Perkovich, and Coach Perkovich, what he's doing at Susquehanna. Wow, I mean.